Hi Leo, rising suns or moons. This is your monthly prediction video for March 2026. So this month you have very interesting energies because your 8th house is highlighted super strongly and many events are going to be regarding 8th house topics like partners, resources, intimacy, and things like that. I will not mention the rest because it's because you will not watch the whole video. But anyways, okay. We have Mars entering your 8th house on the 2nd of March, and this is super good for intimacy, by the way. And there's more bonding through physical touch, let's say. And it's also good for if you do some kind of extreme activity. I mean, like if you like extreme sports, for example, but if you do that very often and you know your limits, it's a very good time for that. Otherwise, if you don't do that, it's a good time to be careful of doing something that's risky physically, because 8th house has the tendency, it has the tendency to bring adrenaline, a lot of adrenaline, but sometimes it also shows accidents. So if you want to do something like risky and you never did that before, I do not recommend it. Yeah. Apart from that, not sure if I can mention something yet, but we will see more of the 8th house in the next points that I made. Okay, the next one is lunar eclipse in Virgo on the 3rd in your 2nd house. So I would think of something like having to spend money unexpectedly, or like feeling like you had to spend on something, and then after that you get a little bit emotional because after all it's a lunar eclipse, or maybe your money has to go somewhere and you were like resisting it and you didn't want it to happen. So because lunar eclipse is ultimately about some kind of ending, and this is going to be related to your resources, also self-worth in a general sense. So obviously with the eclipses it's always like you have to let go because something new has to come, and you have to let go because it just has to happen, because the previous situation is not serving you, or like doesn't have the potential to serve you as good as the things that you would have in the future. So yeah, maybe there can be something regarding your family, but the family that you come from, not the family that you built. It's regarding your mom and dad. Maybe some change regarding dynamics, let's say, or maybe their home, let's say, or maybe the ways they support you. So yeah. The next one is Venus in Aries conjunct Saturn and Neptune on the 6th in your 9th house. So I presume that a lot of Leo risings especially will have something to do with higher education or some kind of divination maybe related courses, and because there's a lot of investment of energy and effort into those topics. And on the 6th in March, on the 6th, you may have some kind of blessing, receive some kind of blessing, or maybe you sign up for that course on the 6th. And also if you have to travel, especially over water, like overseas, or just by over water or by water, it's a great time for that. Like it would be enjoyable, not like a usual trip, even if it's for work or even not for work. But for work, it's a little bit better, a little bit more favorable. Okay, the next one. The next one is Jupiter in Cancer, direct on the 11th in the 12th house. So Jupiter in the 12th is so, like, it's hard to figure out. It's hard to figure out what Jupiter does there, because you usually see something like, oh, it's a protection from above. And yes, it can be protection from above, like having luck in a very bad situations and then being saved magically. But it's also a very psychic time, like a very psychic time. If you have I don't know, visions, maybe, if you're psychic, basically it's a perfect time. Like you will receive many more signs than usually. And also you can maybe receive some kind of answer through your dreams. So yeah, it's a spiritual time, like deeply spiritual, good for retreats. And because it's Jupiter turning direct, it means that there could have been some situation, maybe regarding a retreat, maybe regarding a spiritual kind of community, that was like, you felt a little bit like something is not right, something is not moving at the speed that you want. And now finally in the middle of March you see that finally this matter is moving forward. So obviously not all Leos will notice a change, because this house is not like a very evident and very popular and very important house. But yeah, it's good for psychic Leos. Okay, the next one is Mercury conjunct Mars on the 14th and then 8th. So on this day, certainly not great to do extreme kind of sports or extreme kind of activities, because it's going to be a little bit of a tense day. So, I mean, mostly logistics are at risk. So in the 8th house, it doesn't have much to do with logistics. But yeah, it can be also related to your partner and maybe some kind of conflict regarding resources, finances. So it's a tense day. So I'm mentioning this day just because it's wise to control yourself, especially your words on that day. Okay, the next one is New Moon in Pisces on the 19th in the 8th house. So again, a new beginning related to how you share your finances with your partner, how you manage the resources, and also a possible new romance for the single ones, but a romance that really takes you to the highest heights and maybe deepest, or I should say lowest lows, not the deepest. But yeah, deepest as well. I mean, deepest. Oh, for sure, the deepest. But yeah, it's a good time for a romance that shakes you up from the ground, let's say. Okay. The next one is Mercury direct on the 19th or 20th, depending where you are, in the 8th house again. So if you by any chance have any problems with your partner, actually any problems, it can be any problem, because it's also the, like, I mean, it's intimacy after all, and like interaction with your partner. Obviously you're not friends, so you are already in the 8th house area. So on the 20th you can expect many things resolving, but especially the intimacy topic, or especially communication, and especially communication relating intimacy topic. So yeah, it's a great time. It's a final resolution of your tensions in March, because there will be quite a few. Okay, Sun in Aries on the 20th in the 9th house, good for travel, super good for travel after the 20th for about a month. And Venus in Taurus on the 30th in your 10th house, little blessings and little blessings regarding your work, achievements, and public image. So yeah, I guess that's all. Thank you for watching, and if you want a reading with me, you can find the link to my website down below in the description, and see you next time in April.